Hou Yi is a marksman without equal. He mainly accumulates passive effects with his basic attacks. Each stack accumulated grants an attack speed bonus, and Chastising Shot mode is triggered at 3 stacks for a short period of time, during which he launches 3 arrows at the enemy instead with each basic attack. An additional on-hit effect is also triggered with each arrow fired. Any hit landed by Hou Yi while Chastising Shot is active also refreshes its duration. Hou Yi's main DPS skill is his Skill 1, which enhances his basic attack for a short time to deal damage to multiple enemies at the same time. When used together with his passive, Hou Yi can launch even more arrows in a single attack, with each arrow also inflicting on-hit effects as well as dealing 50% damage to 2 other enemies within range. Hou Yi's Skill 2 is his Poking skill, which allows him to detect the vision of enemies within range, deal magical damage to enemies within the target area, and slow them down. Damage and slowing effects are more severe for enemies near the center of the area. Hou Yi's Skill 3 is his only crowd-controlled skill, which fires a single flaming arrow that stuns the first enemy it hits, and deals damage to enemies within range while slowing them down. The further the flaming arrow travels, the longer the stun is. This combo is most used in teamfights, where the ultimate is used to initiate a teamfight. Once the enemy is stunned, use Skill 2 to slow down the enemy, and then Skill 1 to increase attack speed and enhance basic attacks. This way, his damage output in teamfights will be maximized. Of course, when there are several gap closers in the enemy lineup, his ultimate can also be used as a counterattack to stymie the enemy's offensive. Hou Yi's ultimate can reach anywhere on the map, making it his best skill for helping teammates and cleaning up enemies with low health. Even if it doesn't hit, it can still grant vision to teammates. As he's a rather squishy hero who doesn't have much self-defense abilities, try to keep him at the back while he works with the rest of the team during an offensive. At critical moments, it could be necessary to stop using basic attacks and use Skill 2 instead to poke enemies from a distance. Hou Yi is a marksman capable of dealing sustained damage to the enemy. In the early game, his main task is to keep farming and working together with the rest of the team to take down towers and clear enemy minion waves, as well as grab resources while ensuring his own safety. This way, by mid-game, Hou Yi will be able to take part in teamfights and start to snowball resource earnings. Finally, in the late game, when his equipment is more or less fully in place, he will be able to generate a high damage output with the help of prudent positioning and the equipment he has accumulated.
The sun is setting for you. These are my hunting grounds. No escape